Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to introduce the lawyer for today, Angela Lopes-Nwonye. Hello.
Hi, Mavis.
Good to see you. Looking fabulous as usual.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here with you. I haven't seen you for a while.
Yes, it's so good to see you. And guess what, guys? I'm so happy because she knows her stuff. You know, I always bring people that know what they're talking about and know what they're doing. This lady, seriously, she knows her stuff. So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, great. So my name is Angela Lopes-Nwonye. I am a solicitor. I've been practicing for over 10 years. I've also founded my own legal consultancy, which we'll speak about more. I'm also a mother of 2 children, 2 beautiful children. So I'm also a mum in business. I think that's me in a snapshot.
Wow! And how long have you been in law?
Over 10 years. So I started my career as a paralegal, and then I qualified as a solicitor. And before I started my legal consultancy, I was working for one of the top international commercial law firms in the UK. So they have a great base in the UK and also a great base in America. But I decided it was time to start my own thing and to serve my community better.
Okay, so you've got letters at the end of your name, right?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, really good. Well, look, thank you so much for coming on. You know, we've been working together for a long time, and we've been doing so much together. And I thought I'd just have you on the show just to inspire, inform, and educate, because this is what the show's about. So, how did it all start in terms of your business?
Okay, so while I was practicing in the international city firm, I just had people come to me and say, hey, Angela, I need some support with this and some support with that. And then I realized that actually, although there's so much talent in our community, there's also a lot of legal learning to be done. So I think our community are really familiar with the lawyers, that what I call the rainy day lawyers. So, you know, the criminal lawyer when you've probably done something wrong, or the personal injury lawyer when you've tripped up at work or whatever. But I feel that our community don't completely understand how to use and maximize a commercial lawyer. So commercial law is different in that we are proactive. So we want to jump in and prevent you from having a rainy day. If we can't prevent you from having a rainy day, we want to at least provide coverage for the rainy day. So we actually want to appoint us when you have the amazing idea, not when something goes wrong.
Okay.
So we are the proactive lawyers.
Okay, the proactive lawyers, and that's what I like, because when it comes to lawyers and solicitors, you always think of the bad, but it's about the proactiveness, as she's mentioned. So give us an example of what you do and who are your target audience.
Okay, so my legal consultancy is called eLiberti. I know that's a very interesting name, but it's essentially E stands for e-commerce. So we're dealing with the modern way of doing business. So online business, for example, that's where the E comes from. And then the liberty is basically freedom. I want to equip, you know, entrepreneurs with the legal tools so they can enjoy the freedom of, you know, business. You know, when you do business, it's amazing, but unless your risk is minimized, you won't really enjoy and maximize the benefits of being in business. So eLiberti, our mission statement is basically, we give you the tools so you can enjoy the liberty of business. So that's where the name eLiberti comes from. So we are not a jack of all trades. We are business commercial law specialists. So we only serve people in business. So you can't come to me with a criminal matter, unfortunately, because I'm only interested in people that have vision and are people that want to do big things. So we provide a wide range of services, but the bulk of the work we do is around commercial contracts, business terms and conditions. I know it doesn't sound particularly exciting, but actually that's what I call the foundation. So you need to know that when I sell this service, this is my maximum exposure if something goes wrong. When I serve this service, if something happens to go wrong, this is how we're going to resolve it. Sort of thing. So your terms and conditions are basically your constitution, your foundation. So we help businesses with terms and conditions, including website terms as well. I'm hoping I'll be able to talk more about that in a later session. But now that websites are really hitting off, there's a lot of regulation around how you run your websites. You know, cookie law, for example, and I don't mean cookie as in the cookies that you eat. I mean the cookies are on the computer. Legal stuff. So a lot of it is around terms and conditions. We also register trademarks. We do the business incorporation. valuation. We also, a lot of the work that I'm doing at the moment is people going for tenders and say, Angela, this is the proposed contract, have a look at it. And I prepare risk profile and say, okay, this is great, but this is where your risk is. Think about insurance here and insurance there.
Oh, sounds exciting, guys, don't you think? Angela, what you do is amazing, but you must have competition.
Yes.
What makes you stand out from the competitors?
So for me, it's very easy. So traditionally, commercial and corporate legal services are sold, primarily they're sold in the city, all these massive, big city firms and so on. But we always wanted to position ourselves like the people that we serve. Okay. So I think for me, definitely, one of our biggest selling point is the flexibility and accessibility.
Okay.
So you can get your commercial law services, but definitely you won't have a lawyer that cares about the success of your business. So we offer the flexibility in that we offer consultations, for example, around the clock. My target market, for example, is mums in business. So I'm very conscious that they are juggling a lot. Yes. And one of the things I'm very keen to do is offer consultations, for example, after the children's bedtimes. Yes. I do have 10 p.m. consultation slots.
Wow, I like the sound of entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and we also offer weekend consultations. So I'm conscious that some of my clients are still in the transit period where they're still doing their 9 to 5 job, Monday to Friday, and then doing their side hustle. So we offer the weekend support so that they can continue doing their 9 to 5, pay the bills, but also progress their business as they go along. And I think for me, it's also very important. I think it's very important also for people to see a commercial lawyer that looks different. I mean, I worked in a corporate law firm for a very long time, and I stood out. I was black, I was female. I'm from an immigrant background. I'm first generation here. I have a lovely East London accent, so I really stood out. But I think it
makes you unique.
But that now is an asset. So I feel that people are like, okay, I want to talk to Angela about this matter. Angela looks like me, understands me. It's easier for me to have that conversation with her. So it's definitely the flexibility, the accessibility, the fact that, I am also a businesswoman. So apart from my law firm, my husband and I have other investments. So I know how you're thinking, and I know your concerns, and I know what you're trying to achieve. So you don't need to translate it to me. So to summarize, I think it's the flexibility, my background, and also the fact that I'm also a woman in business and a mother in business.
Okay, see, that's what we like. That's why we have the brand Women Like Me. Women that we can relate to, have something in common with, talk about different areas within our business, talk about being moms, talk about our personal lives, and just incorporate and have something in common. So, thank you so much. So, eLiberti, where do you want to be in 5 years' time? Share a few secrets.
Oh my God, that is such a massive question. I think for me, at the moment we are a boutique. I think the vision is to become a department store in terms of legal services, and also just become that place where an entrepreneur can go and get all of the mandatory legal services they need. So something I'm very keen to do is to bring in accountancies, to bring in accountants and financial services, so that when you come to us, we make sure you're legally compliant. There's somebody to make sure to look at your financial compliance, somebody to look at your accounts as well. So we're a one-stop shop. So you come to us, and then we've got you covered on all ends. So one of the things I always tell clients is that if you're serious about business, you have to have a lawyer, you have to have an accountant. So in 5 years' time, I'd love to bring those two arms together so that they just have one point of contact for all of the mandatory compliance stuff that they need to do. And the opportunity one is really important for me. I've been very blessed in that a lot of people have given me opportunities that I've launched my career. I would love to just go back and pick up, girls and young ladies that looked like me when I was 16, that don't necessarily have the support, don't have the confidence, just give an opportunity to get some experience and build up their profile as well. I would love to do that. And I know you've done that so well. And you were part of my success story too, if I may say. So I'm not sure if you remember, but I think over 5 years ago, even before I became a mother, you gave me my very first speaking engagement. And that confidence boost, actually, you're seeing the results of it today, because I realized actually there is a demand for the service and people are willing to pay for it. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. So I'm hoping that in 5 years' time, I would have given more women like me opportunities to practice law, to learn the law, to get some insight as well.
Oh, guys, that's really nice, very touching. Getting me emotional here, but no, really good to hear. And that's what we're about. We're about, going together. building together and making the most of our community as women as well, and also as Black women, women of colour, women from ethnic backgrounds, just women in general. It's not easy to be a woman in business, to be a mom, and there's so many challenges that you have along the way, but it's nice when you can speak with people like Angela that you can relate to. So thank you very much for that, Angela. So we've come to the end of the session. One more thing. Angela, before you go, can you tell us 3 tips to business success as an entrepreneur?
Okay, so I think having a solid network is very important. It can get lonely, so entrepreneurship can be lonely because you're progressing everything alone. You don't necessarily have that workforce, particularly in the early days. So I think it's very important to have the network, people that are like-minded, people that are just as ambitious as you, people that have achieved what you're trying to achieve, to give you direction, to give you opportunities. Point 1. Point 2 is you've got to have tough skin. You've got to have tough skin. I mean, you will hear negative feedback. Some clients might say, no, it's too expensive or not now. So you need to be able to overcome those days. And then the final one is not politically correct, but for me, my, escape is always my faith. Like, if I feel like stuff is becoming too much, I recourse to my faith. And I know for some people it might be yoga, or they might have a friend that they talk to, but I think you do need to have that place where you can go and just review, reflect, and be rejuvenated. So for me, it's always been my faith. Every time stuff hasn't gone well, I'm like, okay, I need to go to church and speak to my pastor about it. Maybe for you it's yoga or whatever, but you need to find that safe place, because you will have some things that don't happen the way you want it to happen, or as fast as you want it to happen. The process isn't always beautiful, although the results are, but have that place you can go to. It's really important to have that.
Great. Oh, love it, love it, love it. We could have you here all day, but time is upon us now. So just before you go, please share your contact details with us.
So my website is www.eLiberti. So eLiberti, my liberty is spelled with an I as opposed to an I. So it's an I as opposed to a Y. So it's eLiberti.com. I'm also on Instagram. Please visit our page. We are eLiberti_solutions. And also, I'm also a member of Women Like Me, so you can always find me on the Women Like Me page.
Great.
But that's
thank you. You're my girl.
Hey.
Now we can touch, hey? Don't have to worry about being in the same bubble and all of these things, But thank you so much, Angela.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Business Matters with Mavis Amankwah. Take care.